So I wanted to talk about a topic that I haven't really seen be discussed anywhere before. Before you jump to any conclusions, I recommend you watch the video the whole way through. But to make my point, I have to go back in time quite a lot. So I started playing football when I was 7 years old, played for 3 years, and then already at 10 years of age, I decided that I wanted to pursue a career in pro football. That life seemed incredible, and to be able to play at a high level in those big games, that was really all I wanted. So already at 10 years of age, I started to do my own individual training. I did bodyweight training. I watched games, tried to analyze them. And then I just ramped it up as I got older, got into weight training, and then I switched teams to a better team when I was 13, joined an academy, because all I really wanted was to, reach the top level, and I did everything I could. And at 16, I moved away from home, from my parents, from my hometown, 3.5 hours away, to start high school and start to play in another team. And it was at this point that my confidence started to drop, and I didn't really perform. I often tensed up in games. My ball control, my technique, everything, it didn't work out in the games. And I couldn't understand, because I felt like I did everything. I worked harder than anybody else. I went to the gym on my own early in the mornings. I did my activation. I did my own individual weight training. I did my own individual workouts on the pitch. Before training, after training, I was there for an hour, half an hour. Did shooting, dribbling. But then, as I was 18, about to turn 19, I had a chat with my current coach at the time. And we had a chat, and he said basically that, so next season, this was from 2018 to 2019 season. From next season, I feel like it's going to be hard giving you playing time as it looks right now. And this was obviously very hard on my confidence. So he said the alternative is that you stay in this team and don't get as much playing time as we want, or you drop down a level to the under 19s. So we also had a chat. I asked him, what do you think that I do wrong? Because in my head, I'm doing everything I can to perform. And why am I not progressing? Why am I not performing? When I counted all these stuff up for him, the weight training, the analysis, the mental training, meditation, individual workouts, he said that, do you maybe think this could be working against you? And I was quiet for a moment, and I was like, no way. So my whole identity from when I was 10 years old all the way up to when I was 18, 19 was based on 100% commitment and dedication to what I did. And this was nutrition-wise, with training weights, with my training and everything, as I said. And I was like, no, this is not the issue. There has to be something else. And he was like, okay. And then he spoke about some other things, like, yeah, your technical ability in games isn't as functional, like in isolated situations in training. Your technique is brilliant, it's better than most, but when you come to a game, you don't really function. He was partly right about that as well, I feel now. But then after the chat I had with him, I dropped down the level. My confidence back up due to multiple different things. But then over the years, I've started to realize that he was right in a way, and I should have listened to him, but it was hard at the time, just taking that in, when your identity is 100% based on working hard and going to the gym and all these stuff. And when someone says that maybe this is the issue, how would you feel? I mean, what would you do? Then suddenly it becomes an identity crisis. So, but over the years, as I've played in different teams, lower levels, and now as a pro, I've started to have a more relaxed approach to the game and to everything around it. And you may think that, oh, I have slacked off. In a way, yes, but I still do the work. But in my mind, this work isn't directly correlated to how I perform. The work I do on the pitch or whatever it is, going to the gym or recovering, I know that these are things that I have to do to be able to perform, but they're not a guarantee that I will perform. But what do I mean when I say that you should stop caring about football? Well, if you feel stuck in your career and you can identify with a lot of things that I've said in this video, then what I want you to do, or what you do whatever you want, of course, but what you could try is try to have a more relaxed approach to the whole thing. Because when I did, I started performing better, and I started having more fun, and I started enjoying being with my teammates, because before I isolated myself. I worked hard, I did my things, and I felt like I don't need to be with them, or I don't need to have fun. And that was the whole point. I was missing out on a lot of things because I cared too much, and I obsessed too much with getting to a place that I had wanted to get to for so many years, that I didn't see another way of getting there than working my ass off until I got there. This was a process as well. It was not something that happened in one day. But when I stopped caring, or to rephrase it, when I cared less, I started to find more enjoyment in training, in games, and with my teammates. I performed better, and I had an overall healthier relationship with the sport. So if you feel stuck in your career, you feel like you do everything that you can, but you do not perform in games, in training, or you don't feel like it's as fun as maybe once was when you were younger, try that. Try to have a more relaxed approach. Try for a week, a month, and if that doesn't help in the long run, then maybe there's another issue for you. But for me, this was an incredibly important concept to realize, and I had to do it by myself, and it took a bit of time. I mean, this wasn't something that happened in a week or two. This was a process that took years, and I still think I struggle with it at times. But yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I haven't really heard about this being talked about in a lot of places, and I thought I'd just share my experience. If you appreciate this video, please hit the like button, consider subscribing. I will definitely share more of my experiences as I move further and further into my career. I have a lot of things on my mind. I think a lot, so there will be a lot coming up. But yeah, other than that, I'll just see you in the next one, guys. Take care.